This latest entry in Whalen Turner's exquisite series is a page Turner plotted and counterplotted with adventure, political intrigue, friendship, military strategy, romance, humor, and conspiracies both benign and malign. The setting is so vivid we can feel the gag in Sophos' mouth as he's kidnapped by slavers, hear the splintering of the amphora he drops while rescuing his father from murderous barons, and chafe at the ostentatious clothes he, as King of Sunis, must wear at the Aetolian court. As for the characters, Turner brings them to life with such immediacy that we are fooled into thinking we know all about them. After our previous experience with Turner's work and of Eugenides, Thief of Eddis, we should certainly know better. But once again, Turner wows us with masterful misdirection, and once again, she displays an extraordinary ability to engage both our intellect and our emotions. Readers will be left breathless at Turner's skill, thrilled by the journey, and wholly satisfied by the destination. Most of all, they will finish the book, wanting to open it up and read it again, perhaps to see exactly how, as Sophos muses to the Magus, so many things are obvious in retrospect, aren't they? I am delighted to present a Boston Globe Hornbook Honor Award for Fiction to A Conspiracy of Kings, published by Greenwellow Books, edited by Virginia Duncan, and written by Megan Whalen Turner.
Virginia, where are you? You were supposed to be right behind me. But that's okay, because I've always known you were right behind me. Thank you. I want to thank the committee, the Boston Globe, and the Hornbook. As a writer, most obviously. As a reader, most selfishly. And as a parent, most ambivalently. Thank you for supporting the book I wrote, the kinds of books I want to write, the kinds of books I want to read, and the kinds of books I want my children to read. Sort of. Most of the time. I've thought for a while that we underestimate how long and how hard and how much our children think. But it wasn't until I read a review fairly recently that another thought crystallized. I was self-Googling, because thanks to the internet, our editors can no longer save us from ourselves. And I came across a line in an otherwise heartwarming review that suggested that A Conspiracy of Kings relied on an adult sense of introspection that, teens don't have. I don't know about you, but my teenage years, starting around 12, were all about introspection. Capital I, very large case. Some people might derisively have called it navel-gazing. The review nagged at me for the next few days, and I wondered if it isn't that we don't believe our children think, because God knows I have evidence of that. But maybe deep down, we don't want them to. We tell ourselves that no kid is going to understand a book that's too hard, or too subtle, or too long, or that has funny vocabulary words in it. But maybe that's just because we're afraid of what might happen if we encourage them, and they suddenly start to think for themselves. I confess that I do sometimes look at my own teenagers and think, you could just go on believing everything your mother tells you for a few more years. But the kind of books honored here take down those sheltering walls, those restrictive walls. They assume that children think and that they should be given things to think about. Books such as Walk Together, Children, and When You Reach Me, and It's a Secret, are books that don't just encourage children to think. These are books that assume they are already thinking, and they offer them something important to think about. And even if I, as a parent, find that a little nerve-wracking, I do thank you for it, and thank you for including my book among them. And last but not least, I'd like to thank all the people at Green Willow who have been so unrelentingly patient with me and so unrelenting in their demands. Thank you.